a little bit of a fiesta around this dragon if we're going to have a fight break out, because it is a very important dragon, especially dragons to give you some power in the late game. This is an engage though.
Oh, Hextech ultimatum under the tower. They're just going to go. Look, she finds a pick on a 1v2. Going to now focus down to the Camille. Camille gets to get it. Good.
Just use her smoke screen. If she uses her smoke screen, you know it's going to be difficult for you to essentially find those executing blows on her. So very well played by Arisen, but honestly overforced. The Infernal Drake is now spawned as well.
Oh, the bot's going to be a big fight. Janna going to go for the ultimate, buying a lot of time. Lee Sin ready to join the fight. Up and in 3v3, currently 3v4 as Zed joins the mix. Good rotation from Chuley to try and negate the fight. And now they're ready to go, but though Drake is on the board, and you said it here, Scandal, that's going to be the one they put a lot of focus onto if they can early on. Lee Sin ready to go for the dive and maybe smite it away. And unfortunately, he's not going to commit to it. Oh my god, he goes for it, but no Vi to secure it with her own smite, and that's going to be Lee Sin out of commission, eliminated almost instantly, but though they're going for the extra dive. Curtain call from the Jin will come on through, get some nice extra damage. The burst comes on through, but replay from the Fiora allows it to tank it up, and now they're all going down one by one. Omega Esports struggling, and Nextplay taking their revenge.
Omega's position, but losing the Infernal Drake is definitely a bit of a pain.
Oh, gank once again in the top side, man. Gank after gank. Nextplay, they're looking for the fight, though. The stun fire star can be available, trying to make his way in the tower. Does heal off of the honey fruit, but unfortunately he's going to be singled out, and Vi should be able to pick that one up with also the Lee Sin. Lee Sin's going to be getting that one for himself. Arisen, though, unfortunately taking a lot of damage. Great response coming on through from the side of Omega Esports. Also going to be trying to single out the Vi, and she's going to be in a world of trouble. Eliminated, picked up by the Camille. And man, the response, like, this is a very even game.
They were forced. Yeah. Like, they had no vision. They had very little vision of the enemy red side jungle. They didn't pay attention to who was showing and who wasn't showing on the map. And it just felt like it was an overforced dive onto a Camille who's very good at negotiating dives in the first place. Going in for the Rift Herald again, this is just complete fiesta for neutral objectives right now.
And Disaster's been buying so much time that the smite comes up through from Lee Sin, but 2 frags picked up. With it worth it? I'm not too sure about that one. Now it's going to be Kaiser. 3 frags for that one. That's a downfall, but Nextplay played that good so far throughout the entire tournament. And it feels good to see a team here that has a response, though. Going to be potentially going for the Herald. Yeah, the Herald is indeed going to be popped into the mid lane. They want to try and get that first half. They can with the dive coming on through. The root coming on through from Jin does not connect. Nice right post coming on from the Fiora. No, great knockup. A lot of CC coming on through, and that's going to be unfortunate for the sort of Nextplay. They can't find it as Akali trying to move away. The Zona comes on through. Janna, great ultimate to single out this Vi. She's got the GA. She will get rezzed up. Can she survive, though? I'm not too sure about that one. She's going to be 1v4'd instantly, and she's taken an insane amount of damage, but actually potentially makes it out. No, she doesn't. The flash comes out, and that's going to be 1 and 2 out. Vi and Akali out of commission entirely. The Fiora will follow down. They're all so damn low, but they are why are they staying so long? The tower, what's happening for their side? And a curtain call to close it off. He goes for the hit. It doesn't connect, but doesn't matter. Blue frags coming through.
At the very beginning to take out, I think they took out the Akali very early on, but then they just fought under tower for ages. We have another Fiesta Max.
Another one, and this is going to be second Drake in the way of Nextplay. They're off to a really good start. Lee Sin once again going to get battered and bullied out of this game entirely. And now it's time to chase. Camille got a lot of mobility. She can just slip away of that engagement entirely, while Zed is really heavily committing to this one. Surely a little bit over Nova extend. We'll be able to slip away, but 2 Drakes in a row, and they're going straight to the Baron because they picked up 2 frags. I mean, why not? They're so far ahead, they can afford to do it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's always a little risky. I mean, the Baron does deal a significant amount of damage. There is still a Camille alive. There is still a Kaiser. Like, if they get into the pit in the correct way, you could be spelling doom. You can see JLC just sitting on the sidelines here. No, they're not going to get there quick enough, and that's a huge amount of damage coming out from Chuley on the Zed.
Oh, the shield comes on through on Stronger. He almost died to the ignite of Zed there.
Kaiser, and I do understand it from that perspective, but you are right. I think this Akali is too far ahead for you to be able to do that. It feels very difficult for you to just straight up say, he goes on to the Jin here, but I still don't think this is a great engage.
Good headbutt, trying to cancel out the ultimate of the Camille. She's going to get rooted down by the Jin, and Jin on the back line, not taking any damage. He's just having a fun time overall in this game. And the extra dive coming out. There are 3 players still remaining for the side of Omega Esports. Can they defend the tower? They're going to give it a shot. Oh my god, the nice engage from this Alistar. Picks up the damage. The frags are flying by in the waves of Nextplay. An extra few frags, and this Jin is just disrupting the entire composition of Omega Esports. And now they're knocking on their door, knocking on the base, and taking down the Nexus tower.
Okay, they're going to go an easy inhib tower here. That's a lot of damage coming out from the Lee Sin, but no one will drop inhib at this stage. You can see him now heading towards the bot lane. They're going to do the same thing. They're going to group up for the Baron, and hopefully Chuley is attempting to draw attention to himself so that his team... Well, actually, let's just fight.
Oh, there you go. The Vi engages, and unfortunately, no GA for Lee Sin. He's going to be out instantaneously, and the fight just barely kicked off. They also proc the GA on top of the Kai'Sa. She's going to be a casualty. Curtain call to try and finish off the fight for the Jhin. And even though they put so many resources, this is a pretty big dive, though. They're taking quite a significant amount of damage, but unfortunately, there's no response for Omega Esports. They already cracked on open the base earlier in the mid lane, and they're just waiting for the wave, and that should be all said and done. This should be indeed game number 1 for Nextplay. They don't even need the wave. They just find the extra frag on top of the Kai'Sa, and they will try and close it off. Question mark? No, that's going to be Alistar taking his time, but the wave is just behind. It's just a matter of time before Nextplay take the series 1-0.
Honestly, Max, usually I have quite a lot to break down in a game. Usually I will sit back and try and specifically talk about moments in the game that were impactful.
Not sure what he's trying to do here. Maybe just trying to bait a few players of Omega Esports into the pit.
Yeah, you can see now they're grouping up. I mean, they do this very quickly as a Shyvana, and you can see Arisen has rotated down on this Garen. Look, Maxi, I'm going to let you do the build-up to this because there's clearly going to be some action.
Oh, hell yeah, there's going to be, and it's taken away by the Olaf, not giving it to Shyvana, no, and of course now the fight comes on through, great double knockup coming on through also from this Alistar, that's going to create some great opportunities, and also so many frags come in the way of this Olaf. He is busted, as I always like to say, and 2 kills coming his way out of the 3 frags. One of those kills actually going the way of this Corki, and now that's going to be mid-turret potentially getting taken down, and they have it too. They have this Ziggs, making it even easier to just take it down instantly. 20% HP, and that turret is gone, Scoundrel.
We're able to secure it with the Olaf. No one got rid of the blast cone, by the way. So the blast cone was there for absolutely free for Olaf to just jump over the wall. Didn't even need to use his flash in that fight. Obviously, we just saw a kill go down onto the...
Just going to kick it off now, trying to contest it away. The fight is going to be roaring in just a few seconds, down to 3,000 HP. Garen's going to go on deep, though they're trying to single out. That's going to be Shyvana out of way, and unfortunately can't fight it. They don't have the jungle, but Jinx just ults it down and secures the Drake, and that's going to make one happy Shyvana for sure. And Olaf is down. Unfortunately, went too deep in that fight. Now the man advantage is going their way, but unfortunately, all the players at NXP are just so damn low. And Alistar's just diving the backline like the goddamn assassin. Can he find the kill onto Ooozee? I think that's a yes. He's disrespecting NXP. And now they're just going to be chasing down the few remaining players in their own jungle, picking it up one by one. Sure, they lose the Drake, but they find the kills.
Although there is now a group up around that Baron.
Oh, I'm seeing Lulu here. She's just no way, Jose. That's going to be it. Olaf picks it up in himself in a pretty good spot right now.
Items, she is relatively strong. I'm also really loving the item that Arisen is going for here because I think it completely counters the majority of the damage. Although I have to say, the Baron has started here, Max, so we could see some action.
Maybe it's still coming on through. They're going to try and smite it down, and he will be smited indeed bound by the Olaf. Unfortunately, Shyvana, sure, she's got the GA, but she's taken a lot of damage, having to force and flash away from that fight entirely. Wow, this Alistar just keeps on diving. Good headbutt into the rest of his team. But wait. Oh, it still went down, unfortunately, to one of the bombs coming up from Ziggs. So that's going to be unfortunate. And Chuley just not able to have the impact possible. I hyped him up on this Aurelion Sol, but unfortunately, he's just not given the cards and the opportunities to have the impact he's hoping for. And this is going to be 2 turrets going down into the mid lane.
I mean, this could be almost game at this point, Max. Honestly, they've got the siege potential. Yeah. They've got the poke potential. I think it's game.
I think so too, and you know what? They lose the Jinx, and that's even more going to be seeing the fate of NXP. Nextplay going to be losing this one 1-1. We knew it was going to be a hype series, ladies and gentlemen, and it is indeed 1-1 in this BO7. And the further we go, the further I keep on thinking that we might just make it to Game 7 here because, dude, these 2 teams are just so damn good off in big ways. But here we go, game number 3. It is 1-1 right now, ladies and gentlemen, in a BO7. It is not BO5 or BO3, as I see a lot of people saying in the chat. It is a BO7. So the first team to get 4 games won are going to be taking the series.
Well, 3, he's going to steal away the honey fruit there. He's now going to start to be aggressive in the red side jungle. I actually think Nextplay may have played this early game a little incorrectly.
Oh, I'm loving it's coming up from Omega Esports. They're playing it so damn well. The flash comes on through, and that's going to be it. First blood for the Lulu. Not really who you want, but you know what? First blood is first blood, and it gives you gold regardless. In a really good spot. Brawl going to be jumping on through to help Greg.
Then proxy the second, get a serious XP advantage, deny the honey fruit. Pin Gragas to his own turret, and then also walk into the enemy red side jungle for the invade. What is going on here?
I mean, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I don't know why, but Aurelion Sol decided to flash engage onto the Orianna when she was full HP. That does not make a lot of sense, and now that's going to be an extra few frags going to be traded off. Nextplay in a pretty good spot, but Xin Zhao a little bit deep, gets some decent damage, but the frag will not come on through. Barely surviving, though, is going to be that misfortune. The flash comes out and not going to be connected for Ooozee on that Ezreal. That was a fiesta and a half, I do have to say, Scandra, as you would like to say. That was a... I'll say weird. I'll say weird. Things are taking a nice slow pace, but here we go now. 5-man rotation coming out from none other than Amiga Esports themselves, with the 5-man rotation for the side of NXP is also again set up. There you go. Front line's going to be singed, put it in one player back into the lane. That's going to be Oriana first going down initially, and now they can just put their focus onto the Drake. They leash it a little bit too far away. It shall regen some HP, but it's still potential. It's still not off the table, and I think that here they just don't want to push their luck. They're going to push their luck, though, into the mid lane to crack open the base and take those tower plates. Extra gold coming their way, extra income, and also extra map advantage. Big ultimate from this Gragas, but unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too late, and they will not be able to save the tower.
Unfortunately, if Chuley gets taken out like that at the start of the fight, you are really looking at a team fight that's going to go awry, and it was able, even that's exactly what you saw happen here. Looks like the dragon didn't get taken, though, and Nextplay had grouped up for it.
Oh, though, good shield coming on through. Braum's going to negate the bullet time, and the Drake's going to be taken away, secured by the Ezra. Now it's time to fight. Nextplay looking in a good spot, but here it is. Aurelion Sol with a Galaxy of CC is going to be coming up with a nice double stun, and they are clearing up the scene, clearing up the rift. And that's going to be 4 frags going the way of none other than Amiga Esports.
Really high tier pick. Neither is Graves. If you can get a win with these 2 champions, that is a huge bonus for Omega when it comes to the future rounds of all-round draft pick. They're going to go heavy onto Disaster here. Smite comes through. The red buff gets the kill. And that is, again, another important pickup as they look to go for the Rift Herald.
Yeah, going to go for the extra build vision into the lane. But here you go. The rotation towards boys 3 going to be happening. Good engage ultimate. Actually, no, that was not a great ultimate coming on through from Aurelion Sol. Unfortunately, not going to hit the CC he was hoping for. So the fight and the gank will not be happening for the time being. Things are going back very slowly, but because they see so many resources in both mid and also in the bottom side of the lane, this is Graves, in the top lane, just like, well, that's going to be an easy push for me. And here we go. Herald in the top side. That should be an easy turret normally, unless they kill it really quickly, which Xing Zhao is good at doing.
Utilize both of them for the most powerful team fight assists possible. Look at this. I mean, this Singed just running them down. There isn't really an effective way to deal with him. Obviously, Braum is a relatively strong pick into Singed, but he just jumps in. Oh my word, he's got the Hextech belt. We've got a fight.
Bullet time going on through. Once again, going to get tanked up, but it doesn't matter. Braum is there. Oh, wait, way too deep going on through, and that's a great ultimate also from the Oriana. It's a great shockwave, but unfortunately, there's no big follow-up, and they can't do much. Also, great ricochet from the Misfortune onto the Ezreal. Can't remain in that position. What this time around, no one to shove on your back just for the time being.
And also, you've got to look at the fact that the team fight control is so strong at this point, with a Rylai's Liandry's Singed, and I believe a Rylai's Liandry's Aurelion Sol too. So there's plenty of slow and a huge amount of effect damage coming through. This is the engage now. The Singed jumps in, throws the Braum in. Here we go, Max.
Another YOLO play going out, and Singh doesn't matter if it's a support. He will do it regardless. He's going to put you behind. Now he's going to go for the extra engage, trying to get some nice CC. Aurelion Sol too on the back. Like, they just don't even need their team. They just need the Singe to do the damage with this Graves, and they are picking up frag after frag. Braum, Oriana, and Ezreal out of commission, and that opens up the opportunity to go for the Baron, which is exactly what they're going to be doing next play. Like, they're just so far behind. I don't think they can make the comeback happen here, Scandal.
Should be impactful around that first Drake fight, but it was just the mechanics of how the team fight was played out. Chuley got isolated straight away. They weren't grouped up. They should have been on the same side of the pit and approached it as a 5, and they didn't. And that was the problem that Nextplay had. That single fight has allowed Omega to get their claws in this game, and they have not given up since. The Baron is now going to be a real nuisance to deal with the Singe pushing the side lane. They're definitely losing this inhibitor turret to begin with, and I think Nextplay are on their last legs in this game.
Yeah, now that they're cracked open a base, the objective is find a fight, win that fight, and then close off the game off the back of that engagement. So that is definitely going to be their main focus. They're looking for the extra second turret in the bottom side. They will indeed be able to find it, and they've got such a big wave with the Baron buff at that. It's going to be really hard to contest. Though Misfortune a little bit deep there, and I would say you want to be careful. She's still got the GA. She's feeling really, really confident. Every single tower in this game is dropping down, and this is looking like the end, ladies and gentlemen. Great Braum engage, going to buy a little bit of breathing space for the team, but unfortunately doesn't have... Oh, he does have the shield, but unfortunately the tank is going to be a little bit late, and now the focus is down on the Nexus, and it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy, baby. Let's go. It's going to be 2-1 over to Omega Esports. History tends to repeat itself, and Omega Esports ready to take the dub against Nextplay once again.
Play could do something that I think could work for them. Is they could go for a kind of split push style composition, which is, you know, you have the Singe pushing one lane, you have Corki pushing the other, and the Janna, Misfortune, and Graves just dealing with mid. That's all. I think he's just dead.
You said it earlier, Scandal, like early game Braum is so strong because of that stun potential, because of that frostbite, and then it just hits the stun. He can't move away, even though he did flash. It's a flash and a frag, by the way, so some extra gold coming their way already, and now they're just going to go for the red buff invade, and they're going to snatch it away. No counter invade for the side of Nextplay, so they're just already running with the lead, and it's just been 30 seconds. Hell yeah.
strong for the Brawl in this scenario, so he's going to fall behind in experience relatively quickly. So we need to get him into a lane. But he's basically a roaming death squad.
Whoa. Oh my god, his rotation. I think the Ignite will still get the frag. Oh, it does, barely but surely. Right in front of the Honey Fruit. That's a feels bad, man. And 2-0 already, the goal lead.
This with the Graves Brawl combo, where they would just rotate the Brawl around the map with the Wukong. They'd really just look to abuse the strong level 1 and the strong pass. In this scenario, I think they have the stronger level 5 team fight. It's just about how it gets executed, obviously.
Clean 3-man knockup from the Janna, but now they're getting split away. They can't really take that fight. Nextplay currently have the advantage, and they're going to try and push on forward. If you can get also the pushback onto the Siege, that would be great. But Corky going a little bit too deep, and he's going to instantly regret that one. Flashing out, does get smited down by the Garen regardless, but that's okay. Ultimate from the Brawl. The follow-up is not too possible, though, unfortunately, as they did suffer some pretty big casualties. Sure, I got to say, though, Omega Esports did do kind of a little bit of throw at the start of that fight, but they killed properly and were able to survive it. But here we go, they're ready to go for the re-engage, and they are pretty low on their side. They're not pretty ready for that one. Good engage from the Monkey, going to get so much damage. The smite comes up through, will be secured by this Wukong, and now it's just fishing time, picking up kill after kill. But unfortunately, they're getting pretty low themselves. Well, the Small Fortune is still remaining pretty healthy. They lose the Janna, and now it's the 1v3. Can she survive? No. And that is going to be set and done. 8-1. I don't...
Or drop it bot to provide a distraction, because that will set up nicely from the start. You can see they're pushing the wave. I think Wukong's, he's just going to drop it mid. They're going to try and force this mid lane tower, which would at least set up a good space for the next dragon. And there's a flip in from it's the clone.
Yeah, it was the clone. I was like, wait a minute, that's a good player. Like, no, it's the clone. I got bamboozled too, and that is okay. But now, because of that push, they're not fully ready to go for the fight, and they're just going to also keep the Garen on the front line with the Orianna, power a little bit, try and create a little bit of point of pressure. And during that time, they're seeing that they're not ready to fight. They might just go for Baron to somewhat or force the fight coming their way, and if they don't force the fight, they're going to have a free Baron, easy.
I think, realistically, Baron is always a little scary against the likes of a Corky with package, or, and a Misfortune as well, but they get it so quickly with the Leandries, the fight breaking out now as well on the front line, and not looking good for Nextplay in this game right now.
That was 5v2 initially versus Singe, then the Brawl, and they're just like, we just can't do any damage. Like, Brawl is just frontlining too damn good. Orianna does pop lanes, respectively, just so strong from Omega Esports, and Nextplay just can't find a strong response here. Although, going to get Brawl, unfortunate bad spot. He's going to be going for the ultimate too. Unfortunately, the CC gets right before dying. It's potentially not going to be enough. Nice though curtain call from this Jhin. Just going to get some extra damage, but it's still at the end of the day. They lose the mid tower. They're going to get the nat.
So again, JLC with some sort of big brain tank plays here, which is allowing his team to have a much more solid front line. You can see Chuley just out of position. We have the engage.
But there's even nothing to say. It's just like great engage overall. They're going to have to Garen go pretty deep into that one, but he's just so beefy, can allow to tank it. And indeed, the build is looking so strong for him. He's going to be tanking that turret like it's nothing. He feels like an Alistar at this point, and now they crack open the base early in the mid lane. This Nexus is bare, and unfortunately for them, I think this is going to be another easy win coming on through for Omega Esports. The wave is there to back them up. The damage coming on through. Corky's going to go pretty deep over that one, maybe try and get the back line, but unfortunately gets absolutely bursted to smithereens, and indeed it is going to be the win. 3-1 in favor of Omega Esports, and Nextplay, they just can't do anything. 3-1, one more game, and we will be having our wildrift Asia Brawl champions in the...
Is a 1-3-1, 2 strong split pushes, but it is a hard composition to execute on.
Minions have spawned.
It is, and I want to ask you a question, Xandro, because I don't want to sound dumb and send something and my entire point would fall apart. Would you go, is Camille AP or AD? Because that's one I do not play myself, so I have no idea.
AD.
I do not check the builds. It is AD, so they got a forward AD comp. Oh, you know what? Blitzcrank, here goes. Snipe on the grab. First blood coming their way. Nextplay kind of give back their own medicine. But then we do have Camille. She does go AD. Thank you very much, Xandro, for that one. So my point is not completely useless.
Skip the Leandries. Skip the AP. Oh my god, they are...
Oh, Jesus. What do you want to do? They try to go for the heal. Well, they're losing potentially the Lee Sin. Lee Sin survived. Nice flash out last second from that Lux also, but... Okay, this is a wild game once again. Weird draft, weird games, and also you have the kill on the Fiora to dice to the hands of the Malphite. Things are looking short. They're still even. Oh, there you go. Lee Sin fighting gate on top of Lux, and the fight comes on through once again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to add on top of that. Kills? Good. Me likey. Please give me more.
This is absolutely crazy. This is an absolutely...
Again?
Mental early game. Because you would be unkillable if you go full armor in this comp. He has Bramble Vest. My boy.
Yes.
My boy is about to get ganked though by a roaming.
What are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. That is the answer. The grab is not available for Blitzcrank anymore, so that's going to be Vine making it out unscathed. You know, they did it earlier with the Cinch composition. They're doing They're doing it here once again, and the 9CS is the easiest way to get ahead. But in the top side, another way to get ahead is not by doing farming, but just by farming the enemies.
Down. This is a mental game so far. I mean, Ash, what are you, buddy?
Stop! Stop the farm!
Fiora pops the ulti. She does get a little more feeling. That's good. Now down to 2v2. Blitzcrank is going to be joining the fight a little bit too late, but that doesn't matter as they do lose the Kai'Sa still. 1v2, and she's getting some good significant damage. Can she find the frag? The good shield comes in time, but it's going to be too late regardless. As Malphite now, like, great grab coming on from the Blitzcrank. Under tower, baby. Let's go. You're out of the lobby. Go back to your base ground, unfortunately, but Drake is going to be on the focus. Fiora and Evelyn going to be a little bit late on the encounter, though. We do see that Malphite here does not have that ultimate available, so that's going to be something off the mark entirely. So because they do not have the Malphite ultimate, I think that is enough. Oh my god, the flash grab of the Blitzcrank. They do not find the frag, though. They lose a lot of time. Camille going to go for the single out targets. Does run a lot of damage. That's one frag coming their way. Blitzcrank out of commission. Great Lee Sin ultimate. Buying some time for the squad.
Oh, binding, the double binding.
Going to be caught out. Oh no, there you go. The nice CC coming out. And they maybe turning the tides of this fight in favor of Omega Esports. Kai'Sa going extremely low. She will be going out of the fight entirely. Lee Sin running away with his own life unscathed, but unfortunately that fight was well engaged by NXP.
Down with Ash on the backline, completely unscathed. We've got another team fight here. Oh my word, what is going on?
Another fight coming on through by extremely low. Same thing. Also, oh, there you go. Lee Sin, that's what he does best. Diving in the tower. Evelyn coming on through. Unfortunately, they're all pretty buffy and pretty healthy, so that last caress is not going to do anything, my friend. Lutz hits the nice ulti, but unfortunately the damage is not going to be enough to find a frag, and this Drake is going to be uncontested. No one wants to go for it just yet. It would be a throw indeed. Well, Evelyn is slowly going to be sneaking her way down under it. But now they're going to have the info. Lee Sin going to maybe try and steal it away. Going to get the info. Ready to dash on through to go for the smite a little bit early. Great ultimate. Finds some great time as Camille joins the mix and does steal it away. Great stuff from NXP. The fight are roaring on through. The team joins on through. Also, Camille, great ultimate, picks up the fight. Now the fight continues. Malphite, unfortunately, despite being extremely tanky, will be an extra casualty. The fight is coming on through. They're still up as a four-man team. Camille just roaring and moving around the map like an absolute insane ninja. But unfortunately, a little bit too far, taking some really big damage, and will be able to make it out alive. But still, that fight was close. What a steal! I'm like, I'm not sure if I can play that short, like for sure, but we get a shot anyways. But now, even though they're behind it, actually trying to force the Herald and for the Fiora on the bottom side of the lane. But Vi, where are you? We need you, Vi. You're the jungler. Please join up on the fight. You need to do something, my friend. Now Blitzcrank ready to go once again. Disaster's been shown some great stuff. Gets ulted by the Ashe and Iridator. That's going to be smited away by the Vi. They do get the Herald, but now can they win the fight? That is the question. Unfortunately, a little bit too deep for the Camille. She gets eliminated instantaneously. Same thing for the Fiora as she does get taken out. Unfortunately, their split pushers are out of commission entirely. Now, because they're actually winning that fight, is so back and forth. Now the fight is in their favor. They take the lead and they're still diving on through. Vi with the flash connects it. And Chuley, what are you doing, my boy? Fiora is out also. And they get the ace with 2 players remaining.
Max, this game is absolutely insane.
Vi's going to be running on through. Maybe able to find the fight with the kill onto the Evelyn. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. Malphite's not there, and that's the entire engaged potential that they're losing. And because Malphite's not there, that fight is going to be a big L for Omega Esports taking that dub. Unfortunately, they're not going to...
He's pretty significantly ahead of the Ashe, who's gone for a... Ash has gone for a really interesting build, by the way. Ash has gone for a Black Cleaver Ashe build. Oh, the Ashe ultimate comes through.
Oh, you get it smited away by the Lee Sin, and now because of that, the flash is not going to happen, my friend. That is why Camille is so strong when it comes to single out targets. Malphite, they're ready to engage. Great ultimate on top, paired up with the Lux ultimate. They get melted one by one, and here is it. Maybe the turnaround fight will make Esports looking in a really strong spot. Nice route. Still, they got himself the nice golden... Wait, Lee Sin, but no, Lee Sin does not make it out. Chuley now trying to make his way out of that fight entirely. Will be able to just dash away to safety, but that is once again a fight that you thought would be coming away of NXP. He's there to create some good opportunities and engages, but he's going to get melted into smithereens. Though on the bottom side of the map, we're going to have a 1v1 Fiora taking that fight versus the Evelyn. Going to use that ultimate to try and get some nice heal if she can, but unfortunately can't do so. Man, you got the last... Oh, the last crush would be good, but... The kick comes on through. Could have been a frag potential on Chuley if she played it correctly, but unfortunately didn't have time to respond, and that is going to be an extra frag coming on through. A nice trade between the two teams. Oh, the ultimate of Lutz.
Still believe that Omega have the stronger teamfight composition when executed properly. As long as the Malphite is there at the beginning of the teamfight, although we have one opening up already.
Oh, that kick on the vibe was really well played, but she's way too tanky. She's going for a full tank item almost. But here you go, once again, the Camille going to get the nice X-Tech ultimatum on the vibe, but she's able to escape this time around. The Blitzcrank in the front line is going to have to flash away to safety, while Fury's just split pushing. You want to steal this fight from Lee Sin. He doesn't give a damn. He's going to go for the engage without the kick, and he's going to proc the D8. Unfortunately, that should be an easy kill too. Kai'Sa in a very similar position as Lee Sin tries to flash to safety. They are stalling so much, but they're just barely making it out alive. And as I said, that they might actually lose. Wait a second. Oh no, that's a trade between the Vi and the Kai'Sa, as Blitzcrank is trying to make it back. But during that time, she's hammering down the Nexus. The base. The inner tower is going to be dropping down. Chuley's able to find it and maybe trying to look for 1v1 versus Deluxe under the Nexus. Man,
but it's actually Taymlaps playing AP Lux as the primary carry. Long range engage comes through.
That really scared me. I had to clench my butt cheeks for a second there. That was for sure, but still, unfortunately, I've been not able to make it out. And that ultimate misses out. The last caress will not be working out, and now they're losing their main damage dealer, one of their main damage dealers, as they pick also the Vi. And Malphite was just not given the opportunity to create a good engage for the team. Just waiting on the front line, waiting to hear a grab on an unwilling target. The Ashe is going to be on the front line. You've got to be careful. Can he go for it? He knows exactly who he's focusing, and this Ashe is gone. Back to the fountain you go. Lux, in a similar fashion, the Zhonya's going to buy you just a few mere seconds, and that will be the end of the fight. Nextplay, they don't even care about the Baron and Malphite. Who is this? The wave is pushing in the bottom side, and Nexon is crumbling to pieces, and that is indeed how the cookie crumbles. Ladies and gentlemen, game is going to be going in favor of none other than Nextplay, and we might be indeed seeing a game number 7.
I just want to see how this early game plays out, because I think there are things that Omega can do to help nullify the Draven lane. Draven doesn't become a champion until level 2. So he needs to get level 2 to become a champion at this point in time. He doesn't really have much gank potential. So you can see here the Kennen going to be forced to flash away as the flag coming down in the game. Jarvan isn't really a champion until level 2. He's going to slap him. First blood.
So level 2 is going to be doing a lot more work. He becomes a champion at level 2. Currently level 3 going to try and contest away this jungle camp. I'm going to try and take it. Unfortunately, Kennen is still there. And Jarvan, why in the jungle? Did you forget you were support, Jarvan? Come on.
Isn't anything tangible across the map, but they haven't really gained any major advantages. Let's see Akali in the top lane.
Akali going to try and go for the fight, get some nice insignificant damage. We still got the ultimate. What are you doing? He's still got ulti. Come on, he's level 5. Oh my God.
I mean, I think he was expecting the execute to come through there, Max. I really think he was expecting the execute to come through. The Ezreal ultimate just about misses as well. I really do believe that Smart. Kennen?
Mid. Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk about it. I do think that he had calculated in his head that he was going to just get the execute on the Malphite so that the ultimate wouldn't even matter. But that was actually just really well played from Arisen. This upcoming Drake fight. What do I say about this game, though? I mean, this is a completely different style of play that we are used to from the majority of the games that we would have been playing. You're seeing a very heavy roam support meta, and now in onto the Ahri in the mid lane, who is taken down low. Revenge kill for Smart on that Kennen just before the Drake is about to spawn. Tool for a level 5 team fight that has actually been used before this Drake has even spawned.
Or Shyvana trying to take solo Drake here. I mean, she's able to get some good damage, and there's the follow-up of Ezreal, but unfortunately, this is not great. Blitzcrank going to be on the front line, maybe trying to go for a sneaky grab. Unfortunately, he's on the fake monkey, and a fake monkey's not going to be doing anything there for them, unfortunately. And they do get out of position this Jarvan support, but now Jarvan support is so far behind, it's not going to do anything. Shyvana picks up the Drake, and now he's ready to die, baby. Let's go, Malphite. Ultimate great 3-man knockup, but it doesn't matter. The damage is just way too high for the side of Omega Esports, and he's just rolling on through the grab on Malphite to seal his fate. And that's another bunch of kills going the way of Omega Esports. They get the Drake, they get the frags, and that might indeed be a mid lane turret drop in. If they put, okay, I called that one too early.
Way back in. This Jarvan support, I am not convinced by it. It has not worked out thus far. There were supports that I think would have been better in this situation. The Nami Draven lane is incredibly toxic and quite difficult to deal with. And yeah, I just feel like you haven't used this Draven because you haven't been in the laning phase. We have a fight around the Rift Herald though, Maxi.
Yeah, Omega Esports going to try and contest it away. Nice ultimate coming on 3. Will be secured away by the Ahri, and now it's time for Kennen to ult it down the CC. The damage is way too much for the side of NXP to deal with, and now they're just moving away. Ezreal going to be diving on through. Nice jump on forward. Does get the charm, but unfortunately he's going to be... Oh, maybe surprised it actually, but I think one more snipe is going to be enough. Barely misses it, and now Monkey's involved. Monkey's strong and picks up one, but now Akali's not chappy about that one. The Blitzcrank comes on through anyways. I think there's definitely a little bit of an overstay from this Ahri, but Jarvan ready to follow up on the engage. trying to make it happen, but not enough. They get the Herald and they get some kills once again. They get at a point of the game, like a 6k gold lead.
No, obviously you might not have caught it, but they are now grouping up mid. They may even be able to crack this mid lane turret with the Ahri immediately popping that. Now there is, of course, a response here from the Ezreal. The ultimate comes through. That's nicely placed. They're gonna get this mid lane turret. That was a well played off the back of the use, but they're gonna go straight in for the engage.
Or the flash coming up. The Shyvana, and now without the ultimate, maybe they can try and take the fight, but they're just way too spread on the side of Nextplay. They just can't contest that Drake once again. Blitzcrank going for the ult, and even though it's the Malphite, doesn't matter. Kennen on the ulti too. They just get melted. What's an HP bar? I don't know, my friend. As now also Ahri and Draven going to get chased on down. This Akali is just doing so much work. She's going to go for the dive, but no Malphite this time around. He might be able to get it. The ignite is there, but Ooze barely survives once again. Malphite backs though. Actually, maybe. Oh no, he does not. I jinxed it. It's okay. He's going to go out, and that's going to be kill number 3 for the side of Omega.
Her fire breath, get that percentage health shred on the drive. We have another fight breaking out though. Holy moly.
Oh man, Shyvana's driving into that one without the rest of her team, and she gets so much damage. The Ezreal tries to ult, but it doesn't connect. Even though Blitzcrank hit that, and I thought he was going to go down after the charm of the Ahri, it is just not going to be enough, and he even takes away the honey fruit to be that reliable frontline once again. Wukong going to try and escape and make his way back to the base, but I just don't see an opportunity for them to make the comeback happen here. Like, unless they get like the biggest wombo combo between the Wukong and super easy, while the rest of the team is in mid, which is basically blocking everyone else with the sort of Nextplay to make it towards that Drake and contest it. And Blitzcrank hits the hook, and that's going to be an instant kill on the Ahri. Second turret mid goes down. They're trying to go for the straight push, but you're losing mid turret control. Once again, you're going to get even more held in your own base, and even the inhib tower is going to drop down, and they just can't do anything because they tried to split push when that was not the thing to do.
I don't know whether they were split pushing, but they might have also been looking for a catch. Like, they'd set up some vision control around those brushes. They were maybe hoping someone would walk into them and they could go for a quick and easy Baron. I genuinely think that might have been the only play. I mean, Akali's caught out here.
Yeah, they're going to be able to get her in this for a second. She's caught 1v3. If they don't pick that up, I don't know. Oh my god, that damage was disgusting. And she escapes alive. Oh no. But during that time, they're going to try and take the Baron. And during that time, also going to have the good old Ezreal picking up that one easy frag onto this. I mean, I don't think you really want to experiment in draft on the final game to decide if you win or lose the tournament. That every tower is just getting shoved in. Every lane is getting bullied. The big minions are there with the Baron buff too. This seems like a game, and Wukong knows this is going to be his final opportunity to go for the dive. Akali tries her best to make the fight happen, but they're just essentially going to focus it. Malphite misses his ultimate completely. They're almost diving in a fountain. That's how confident they are, and it doesn't matter. Omega Esports will be your champions, will be your winning team of the Wildrift Asia Brawl tournament.
Massive congratulations. Massive congratulations to Omega Smart. That was a really hard fought series. Nextplay definitely gave them a run for their money in a couple of the games. Honestly, this game was just a bit of a snowball off the back of that the first dragon fight again. I'm